Hello. Hi, Christopher. Hi there, Christopher, and everyone else. The other, the other three that came through. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it. Hi there, Gobbers. Is that Gobbers? Laugh out loud. Hello, hi to you and Christopher. Hey, Stefan. Hey, bro. I'm doing good, Christopher. How are you? Welcome to the chat, my brother, Stefan. Goober. Well, look, I thought it was Goober, but you know what? It's G-O. I thought I saw two B's. My bad. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you're walking, right? And you're trying to read too, and you're trying to watch your surroundings. That's good. That's good, Christopher. Thank you, Goober. I don't like mispronouncing people's names. You know what? It's so funny that when you mispronounce somebody's name, I've seen people mispronounce someone's name, right? And when the person corrects them, they get offended. Like, how do you get offended because someone corrected you about their name? People get offended by so much. People get offended by so much. How do you get offended when somebody corrected you when you mispronounced their name? That's crazy. Dim says that's a weak ego. Yeah, that's true. Because if I mispronounce your name and you say what your name is, why would I get offended? I did the wrong. It wasn't intentional, but I mispronounced your name, so you just simply corrected me. But you guys, you know what? It's a lot of that. People get upset over the simple things. You know, the things that you shouldn't get upset about. And I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Right. Dim says, and you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Especially if it's somebody's name. But that was just kind of funny to me because I have literally seen that happen like more times than should have. Now I can see if the person is like really rude to you and they're like, that's not my name, they're really nasty about it. But a lot of times that's not the case. A person just simply says, well, that's not how I pronounce my name. And the person who did it, who mispronounced it, they go off. Or they get like really, really perturbed, okay? So look, don't let the small stuff get you mad, okay? Don't let the small stuff get you mad unless people are intentionally being buttholes, okay? Okay. Some people are just miserable, Gabriel. Right. Goober says you're not guilty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dim says, I feel people are so stressed these days. They fucking wig out. Yep. At any push. Yes. No matter how small. I believe that too. I believe that too. People are so stressed out these days that they like wig out over the simple things. Like, I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, and that's another thing. Like I was just saying a minute ago when I was talking to Goober. When you're walking, just trying to walk for some exercise, walk for fitness, you got to watch your surroundings. You got to watch where you're walking, and you're trying to read too because you don't want the chat to feel like they're being neglected. So sometimes you're going to do things. You're going to mispronounce people's names. You're going to stumble. Hopefully you don't fall. Don't y'all laugh at me if I fall. Don't y'all laugh at me if I fall. But I expect the chat to understand that you're going to miss comments when you're walking. Like anytime you're multitasking or you're doing something and you're constantly moving, you're going to miss things. But I do like to acknowledge the chat, the new subscribers, the old subscribers, those who haven't subscribed and you're just stopping through. You might be seeing me on the vertical screen. and you decided to say hello, I appreciate you just as much. So I do try to acknowledge you guys, even though I can't pay a lot of attention to the chat. Goober says we won't. Goober, you say that now. But if I... Y'all know how it is. We've all been in that situation where we saw someone do something and we want to laugh so bad and we try to hold it. And then once we realize they didn't hurt themselves, then we start to laugh. Yeah, once we realize they didn't hurt themselves, then we start to laugh. I think most of us have done that. Dim says, I find walking while you talk makes for better talks. So even though you miss stuff, it's better socializing and bonding. Laugh out loud. Yes, it is. It is. It's better to socialize. It's better to bond. And you never know who you might encounter. You might see someone for the first time. They come into your chat, and you may never see them come in your chat again. But maybe they came into the chat that day for a reason, right? Maybe I might not be feeling so up to par, so chipper. And you could come in and then make things different, make things better. One of you guys may not be feeling so up to par or so chipper. And hopefully I or someone in the chat can make your day a little bit better. You know, can make your day a little bit better. You can come in here and get stuff off your chest. Don't tell your personal private business. Do not tell your personal private business, because you guys know this is an app, okay? But you can discuss situations, you can discuss issues, things that you know about, you know, get some insight, and you can provide us with some insight on things that, you know, the three of us are talking about. Hey, the J Jordan, bro, what's going on? How are you, Lance Pride? That's why I can talk. I like to share you out. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Annie, I didn't see you, sis. Hey, Annie. Welcome into the chat. Welcome into the chat. Goober says, one time I skinned my knee for just standing and it got bruised really bad. See? A lot of things can happen. Like when you're trying to multitask, sometimes when you're not doing anything, things can happen. James Money 615. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I might be Dim. I might be a Leo. I might be a Leo. What do you know about Leos, Dim? Hey, Annie. Hey, James. Welcome into the chat, you guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for participating in the conversation. And the conversation is just that. It's just fly-by conversation. It's just fly-by-night conversation. We're not talking about anything too major, anything too serious. We're just having just regular conversation. Sometimes that's what we need to have, right? Sometimes you can't even... Have you guys ever been in a situation where you try to have a regular conversation with your friend or your loved one, and it's almost like pulling teeth? It's almost like pulling teeth. You'd rather just have a conversation with a stranger. Stefan says, hey, Annie. You know a lot about Leos. You love them. Oh, thanks for the love, Dim. Thanks for the love. Look, Leos, are you a Leo, Dim? Are you a Leo? Goober says, I was at school on the blacktop. Oh, okay. And you just fell. Hey, let me tell you, Goober, things like that just happen. I saw a person that they were just jumping rope. Like, you know, during the physical fitness part or whatever, they were just jumping rope and ended up injuring their leg. The rope didn't trip them. They didn't step on it or anything. Just jumping rope and got a leg injury. So, you know, sometimes things just happen. You don't know why, you know, but they do. Annie says, hey, Stefan. Dim says, oh, I'm definitely not Leo. I ain't got a lick of Leo. We just vibe. I got you. What are you, Dim? Do you mind saying what you are? Do you mind saying what you are? Leos tend to vibe well with Cancers. They tend to vibe well with Cancers. Now, they say that Leos vibe well with, not Aquarius. What am I thinking about? What's April, y'all? What's April? Aries. Aries. They say that Leos and Aries vibe. I don't know, because I don't pay that much attention to the signs like that. But I have Notice that we do vibe well with Cancer, with the Cancer sign. We do vibe well with Scorpios most times, and some Virgos. Some Virgos. I think we vibe well with Virgos because let me tell y'all something. Do not be offended, Virgos, because what I say about you, I'm about to say about Leos. I've heard that some Virgos and Leos really vibe because we're both crazy. Because we're both crazy. You're a Scorpio? Okay, you're a Scorpio. Sun, Cap, Rising, and Aquarius Moon might be my... Gotcha. 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 April is Taurus and Aries. Yes. Yes. Okay, they say that Leos vibe well with Taurus. I mean, with Aries. I don't know about that. I think that we're both fire signs, but I don't know that we vibe so well. Goober says he's Scorpio and Aries. Okay, Aries. I thought that's what it was. It was. I knew it was A, but it wasn't Aquarius. I couldn't think of what the other A sign was. I think Cancer and Leo can learn from each other a lot. Yes, yes, it can be positive. Right. That's Dim. You know a lot, don't you? Because sometimes, guys, I don't know a lot about, the signs and stuff, but about particular ones, when I hear that there are certain traits and certain characteristics and certain ways about each other, I do believe in that. I do believe that. And I think that's right, Dim. I think that's right. I think you're right on it with that. Stefan says, I am not crazy, but the mom of my child is. Wait a minute, Stefan. Is your child's mother a Leo? Because you're a Virgo, right, Stefan? Goober says, and for PE, I have to run 2 football fields. Hey, look, Goober, you got to get it, okay? Look, you've got to be fit. You've got to be well trained. You got to get it. I'm sure you can do it with no problem, right? I know it gets nerve-wracking sometimes, but I'm sure you can do it with no problem. Hey, Shawanda. Welcome to the chat. Hello. Stefan is Virgo. Wait a minute. So what sign is she, Stefan? Annie says, what sign is she? I want to know what sign she is, too. Are both of you guys Virgos? Dim says, I love Virgos like nothing else. I think Dim has a lot of knowledge on these signs, y'all. On this astrology, Dim is knowledgeable. See, Stefan says we're both Virgos. Uh-oh. You know what, Stefan? I've heard that same signs tend to not get along. For Leos, it's so funny how, some of us get along really well. When we do click, we really click well. And when we don't, we really are bad. We really are bad. Dim says, hi, Sharonda. Laughing. You're fast because you're fast. I see. I'm telling you, Goober. Fast, healthy, young. Get out there and get it. Get it done. Hey, my bro, my chef found this wine, my favorite person out here in these YouTube streets. Hey, my Lions Pride. Hey, bro. Hey, my chef found this wine. How you doing, bro? My moderator. Welcome into the chat. Dim saluting Chef. Chef, we just talking, just shooting the breeze. We talking about these signs. We talking about signs. Talking about a little astrology. Dim seems to be very knowledgeable. He says he loves Cancer? Yeah, he loves Cancer. And he was able to tell me why some of us probably get along. Some of us Leos probably get along well with Cancer. So he's on it. And he says, hey, Chef. Chef speaking to Dim and everybody. Goober says, hi, Chef. Stefan says, salute, Chef. Salute. I got my favorite people in here. We got Chef Find This Wine. I got Annie. I got Stefan. I got some new people in here carrying the live. I appreciate the conversation, young men. I appreciate the conversation. Thank you guys again for jumping in, joining the conversation. We're just shooting the breeze. It's like, what today? Today's Tuesday, right? Y'all know when there's a holiday on Monday, sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. It was feeling like Wednesday to me. It was feeling like Wednesday already. Shawanda's sister and family. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Shalom. Shalom. Hey, hey. Oh my gosh. See, here's another. I want to pronounce his name right. Yigwaba? Yikwaba? Tell me. Let me pronounce it. Tell me how to. Look. Break it down for me so that I can pronounce it right. Because I do appreciate you. And like I was telling Dim and Goober earlier, sometimes when you mispronounce people's name, that's like the worst feeling in the world to mispronounce somebody's name. Because you want to get it right. And sometimes people get upset about that. But it's not intentional at all. It's not intentional at all. Just speaking to everybody. I appreciate you guys speaking to each other because y'all know, look, see, because there are things like this. I don't want y'all to see me fall because I'm trying to speak to everybody. Okay, trying to speak to everybody. Trying to speak to everybody. So I hope you guys are having a great week thus far. It's Tuesday. Is it Taco Tuesday for you? Let's see. Yaquapa. Yaquaba. I hope that's right. Yaquaba. Let me look at it. So the I sounds like a Yaquaba. Yaquaba. Is that correct? Yaquaba. Dim says mispronouncing someone's name can be a bonding activity. Right, if both people handle. Thank you, Dim. It can be a bonding activity if both people handle it well. Right? Now I'm not gonna lie. If someone mispronounces my name or someone's name that I'm close to, all you gotta do is correct them. You know, sometimes you have to correct them a couple of times, just depending on your name and depending on the person trying to pronounce your name. But when someone's intentionally trying to mispronounce your name, then that's a problem. That's a problem. And I know you may get a little upset if it seems like it's taking them a minute to get it. But if they're genuinely trying, then give them a break. Give them a break, y'all. Give them a break. Okay, yes. He says yes. He says yes. You guys, please go check out my bro Chef Find This Wine, okay? Go check out his channel for all the latest recipes. You know, original recipes, okay? Original recipes. Check out his channel for original recipes. Check out his channel for celebrity news. Check out his channel for special deals. He has a deal going on right now over there with glasses. Please check out Chef Find This Wine. All right, I would appreciate it. Kwaba has a channel. Please check him out. I do know that he has a channel. So please check him out. I would appreciate it. Yes, Chef. Yes, we got to get that exercise in. I want to come on and do my exercise like when I'm really doing my workout. I want to do my workout, but y'all, I tell them all the time, I'm too unorganized. Like I have my plan set weekly, but I always switch it up. I always end up doing something different. I'm all over the room. I'm all over the place. I'm messing with equipment that I didn't intend to work with that day. I'm just all over the place. Okay? I'm too unorganized. And if I were to do it in an organized manner, I feel like I would be on too long. I feel like I would be on the live too long. So that's why I just come on here and I do my cool down. This is basically my cool down. What you guys know a cool down should be like, 3 to 5 minutes? But I turn it into a let's walk and talk over here at Lions Pride. Because it gives me an opportunity to connect with y'all, to network with you guys, to see what you got going on. And like I said earlier, sometimes people just need to come on and talk. You know, sometimes people just need to come on and talk to somebody that they don't even know. You know, sometimes you just need to come on and talk to somebody that you don't know. Oh, yes, Chef. For PE in school, I have to run 2 or 3 football fields. Okay? See, Goober provides us with that. Y'all, I don't know. Almost everybody loves football, right? Almost everybody loves football. From high school to college to the NFL. Even younger. Pee-wee. Even younger. Everybody loves football. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people love football, okay? A lot of people love football. It's like one of those things that brings so many people together, no matter what gender, what race, no matter what nationality, religion, all that stuff. When it comes to football, you put all that stuff to the side. You throw all that stuff to the side, right? Let's see. Dim says, "Ooh, I would have gotten that so wrong." Yeah, Aquaba. I have to practice. I gotta practice because I want to make sure I get it right. Ya Aquaba. You would have gotten it wrong. That's okay. We work on it. It's okay. We just work on it. That's what we have to do. We work on it. Good, but keep up the good work. Right, right. We got to motivate and encourage the youth to keep up the good work. Okay, you're into football. That's great. Stay motivated, stay encouraged. Continue to do the things that you do. You know, running those 2 or 3 football fields, that's going to pay off. That's going to pay off. Goober says, okay. Dim says, heard I love to cook. I'm going to follow. Yes, yes. Please follow Chef Finest Wine. I greatly appreciate that, okay? We have been on here since my day one, because Chef has been on here a long time. Chef has been on here a long time. Okay? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Dim says socializing while exercising makes it so much fun. Makes it so much easier. For me at least. It does. It really does. And that's the thing about it. Like if you can, when you're doing especially any type of cardiovascular activity, if you can talk while you're doing it, that's great. But if you can't talk, don't be discouraged. That's no problem. That's good too. Just do the exercise, okay? Just do the exercise, because eventually you'll build up your stamina, you'll build up the endurance, and you will be able to talk while you exercise. And for a lot of people, that's not the goal. You know, a lot of people don't want to talk while they exercise, and I can understand why. You know, they just want to exercise. They want to get the job done, and that's good. Uh-oh, who put a bad message in here? It said hell for review. It said hell for review. Is somebody in here cutting up? Damn, are you in here cutting up? It held your message for review. Goober says, does anybody in here know about Fortnite? Damn, my nephew does. My nephew was always on my channel, and he loves Fortnite. Of course, I know. It just don't participate. Wait a minute. I just don't participate. Damn, you don't participate? You don't participate? Oh, he said Fortnite, not football. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like, guys, there's a lot of gaming that goes on this channel. Just not lately, because my nephew does the gaming part. He was the one doing that gaming part. Stefan's daughter is on the volleyball team. Oh, so you have an athlete, Stefan. You have yourself an athlete. I envy that about sports. It's such a communal bonding thing that's accessible anytime, anywhere. Exactly. Annie says, congratulations, Stefan. Yes, Chef. Yes. Your membership open now. My Chef, Chef, why I want to keep calling your name? My line's pride. Yes, bro, it is. Stefan says, thank you, Annie. Goober says, I like soccer, basketball, and football, and baseball, and a lot of sports. That's good, Goober. It's good to be an all-around kind of person. It's good to be an all-around kind of person. Your video's delayed. Yeah, you might need to catch up within the live. I'm not a gamer like that. I'm stuck on my old head console. Hey, a lot of people are like that, Dim. A lot of people are like that. I like the old school too. Like my nephews, excuse me, y'all. My nephews, they get on here and they do all the new stuff. So that's why I have some of you guys subscribe from the game, and I appreciate you. I hope you remain subscribed. I'm trying to get that back to gaming, get this channel back to gaming, and just kind of get my exercising and everything else relocated. Okay, relocated. You still got your Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1? Hey, a lot of people do. Just listening, I'm working, sister. Okay. I appreciate you for being here, and I appreciate you for listening in. I thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, sometimes we have to multitask. You're quiet, but sometimes we have to multitask, and I really appreciate you allowing my live stream to be a part of your multitasking. Goober says, oh, I think it's not delayed no more. That's good. I'm glad you caught up, Goober. A little bit, Dim, a little bit. I haven't in a long time, but this channel kind of started out with that. Like, it started out with that. But it was like my nephew, it was mostly my nephew, and I just sat and watched because he's on all that new stuff. He's on all the new stuff. I like the old stuff. He's on the new stuff. I like the old stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Nintendo 64 and stuff like that, the Xbox and stuff like that, I love those, but he's on that new stuff. Dim says, laugh my eyes off saying, what, Stefan? I missed it. I missed that part. See, I had to catch up with a few of them from yesterday. So I have to catch up. I have to see that. What was his reaction, Stefan? I know he thinks it's his automatically. I know he thinks it's his, but I don't. I really don't. I don't think that's his baby. It might be. They might write it to, they might write it the way that it ends up being his baby. But I hope not. I hope not. Yes, Dim, I can't keep up with the new stuff. It's like he's all over the place. He loves it. I know everybody does. Like, I like the old school. Y'all, it's starting to rain a little bit. But y'all know I like it when it rains. Like, I love walking in the rain. I love walking in the rain. I love the rain. I love the feel of it. I love the sound. Now, I don't like walking in pouring rain. No, I don't like walking in pouring rain. But a light mist to a moderate drizzle, I like walking in the rain. It's refreshing. It's rejuvenating. And hey, if I'm out here walking, I've got to take a shower anyway. So you just get a little wet before you get home and take your shower. You just get a little wet before you get home and take your shower. Don't be afraid of the rain. Don't be afraid of water. Yes, the smell of it. Stefan says, Anthony, this is the best thing happened to me. Dim says a pre-shower. Right, Dim, it's a pre-shower. But you got to make sure you get in that good soap and water, okay? That good soap and water. You guys will be amazed at how many people work out or go and walk for an hour or two and go home and won't jump in the shower. Their excuse is that they didn't sweat much. I'm like, you're human, okay? You sweated. You may not have poured sweat, but you sweated. You sweated. Get your butt in the shower. It's not going to hurt you, okay? Don't be afraid of the shower. Look at Anthony. And don't be afraid of the rain. And don't be afraid of the shower, okay? And I'm talking about the full-grown people will exercise or go walking, and they'll say, I didn't sweat much. And I'm just like, who raised you? Like, what in the world? You should know better than that. It doesn't matter who raised you. You should know better than that, right? You should know better than that. Dim says, oh yeah, I walked for 2 hours and felt disgusting. If I don't shower, I break out because I'm mildly allergic to my own sweat. Can't even rewear a shirt twice. Got to be clean. Come on, Dim. Come on, Dim. Dim is, look, y'all, Dim is very, very knowledgeable, okay? And it's sad to say that knowing to take a shower, it's sad for that to be described as knowledgeable, right? It's sad that we have to describe that as knowledgeable. But I'm telling you, some people make excuses. Have you guys ever heard excuses being made and used as reasons? So for some people, the same thing one person uses as a reason, the next person uses as an excuse, or vice versa. Goober said, you just lost a look at Goober, y'all. Goober just lost a Fortnite game. Get him, Goober. Goober, you gotta get it in check. DM says shower for wisdom. He says he's sorry, Goober. Goober, you gotta look. You gotta get it. You gotta get it together. You gotta get it together. You gotta get in check. But as you guys know, I always make the personal disclaimer that anything that you see me do on this channel or that you hear me talk about, do so at your own risk, okay? Anything from the mildest thing to the most serious things, okay? We're not doing anything real serious on the channel, but you know what I mean. Anything, okay? You do so at your own risk. And before you restart any exercise, regimen, plan, or routine, always contact your primary healthcare provider, your physician's assistant, your nurse practitioner, your wellness trainer, your fitness trainer, your wellness coach, any of those people, your specialty doctors, if you have any specialty doctors, okay? Always, always, always contact those people. Your dietitian, your nutritionist, for those who need to get your diet in check, okay? Goober might know a little bit about that. He plays football. You know, he's still young. He can eat whatever he wants to eat, but you also have to make sure when you're an athlete that you're eating properly, okay? That you're eating a well-balanced diet. Now, are you going to eat some junk? Of course you are. Of course you are. But always, always contact your primary healthcare provider before doing any type of exercise. Even athletes have to get routine checkups, right? Remember to always get your routine checkups and your physical, okay? We can't encourage other people to do things that we aren't doing ourselves, right? And any information that you receive in this chat from me or anyone in this chat is for informational purposes only, entertainment purposes only, okay? Okay? We're just sharing nuggets. We're dropping nuggets over here. Some of us are dropping nuggets as others pick them up. When you pick, sometimes you pick it up and you drop one immediately after. Those nuggets are meant to help us, right? Those nuggets, we're sharing those nuggets to help each other, okay? Stefan says, what the excuse? Water makes me clean. I can be clean for a long time. Look at Annie laughing. Okay, I know that's right, Stefan. Water makes you clean. Oh my God, the water don't make you clean for that long. That's what you say back. Y'all silly. Y'all silly. Dim says humans are dirty even. Dim, it's so funny though that a lot of them don't like to shower. They don't like to take a bath. Now I know it can be annoying when you're like allergic to a lot of soaps, because some people are allergic to soaps. Like Dim, I think said that he's allergic to his own sweat. Now I don't know if Dim was just joking, but I wouldn't think that that would be impossible. Okay, but some people are very, very allergic to soaps, and they have to be really, really careful about the soap that they use. You know, whatever cleaning agent that they use, they have to be really, really careful. It has to usually be no everything, no parabens, no scents, no anything. It has to be the basic soap. Stefan laughing. It has to be the basic of the most basic soap possible. Jim says, yeah, or people with sensory issues. Yes, yes. Also, I'm not joking. I was pissed when my doctor told me I'm allergic to my own sweat. I was like, what the F you mean? Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's possible. You know, a lot of times people think when you say something like that or something similar to that, people kind of give you a blank stare or they kind of blink their eyes. I mean, people are allergic to a lot of things. And sometimes people are allergic to some of the things that you would never have a clue. Like you wouldn't think that at all. You wouldn't think that at all. But even with the allergies or sensory issues, you just got to take care of yourself. That's right. That's absolutely right, Dim. Even with those issues, you have to take care of yourself. You have to find, you know, other means. You have to find other ways, other things that work and other things that won't trigger your allergies or won't trigger your issues that you have. You were getting lit up with mosquitoes? He was getting lit up with mosquitoes when I walked today. I walked 4 miles. Let me tell you, those mosquitoes are no joke. Congratulations on walking those 4 miles. I bet you felt so much better. Look, guys, a lot of times it's like some days you're like, I'm not doing it today. I don't feel like it. And it's okay to take a break. Okay, it's okay to take a break. But hey, when you come off that break, it's like if you feel so much better. And even in spite of a break, like a lot of times when you don't want to move around, you feel so much better when you do. You feel so much better when you do. I'm telling you, I always remember when I was a little kid, and we weren't feeling good. Unless we were really, really sick and needed to go see the doctor. If we weren't feeling good, my grandparents would come through and they would say, "Get up. I know you don't feel good, but at least get up. Open the blinds, open the curtains, go wash your face, take a shower, take a bath. And if you're still not feeling good, at least you're feeling good." You see what I'm saying? If you're still not feeling good within whatever is going on, at least you're feeling good. Because I don't care what anybody says. Sometimes it is a struggle to get up and take a bath. You just don't feel like it. But when you do, you feel clean, you feel refreshed, you feel rejuvenated. Just washing your face, just washing your face. So if we just weren't feeling good when we were little, they'd be like, well, at least wash your face. Put some cold water to your face. Put some soap and water, wash your face. So I know you're not feeling good, but that'll make you feel a little bit better. It'll make you feel a little bit better. And I believe that. I believe that. No, mosquitoes are so awful this year. They are. They are, Dim. They are. He says, "Where are you, Yuhukwaba?" He might not want to say. But Dim says, "Where I'm at, they're so brutal." Really? The bites hurt. I'm from the West Coast. They weren't so bad there. Okay, I got you. Yes, movement is medicine. Yes, Dim, movement is medicine. Move, move, move. And I encourage everyone to keep moving consistently. Okay? Each day. I know that we get up and we do things. We go to school, we go to work, we're doing things, we're up walking. But when I say keep moving, I want you guys to move consistently. Make it a point to get on your bicycle, ride around the neighborhood, get on your stationary bike, get on your treadmill, get on your elliptical, go swimming, go jogging, go walking, go running, walk around your house. If it's too hot to really leave home, make a few laps around your home. If it's too hot to go outside, walk around the biggest room in your house, walk around your whole entire house a couple of times, just consistently for 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes each day. There's nothing wrong with doing cardiovascular activity every day, as long as you don't have any issues and as long as you talk to your healthcare provider, okay? Keep moving consistently and be persistent about it. Yes, especially if you have those stationary jobs. And he says a nice shower in the morning gets me ready for the day. Right, exactly. It wakes you up. Even if you didn't get a good night's sleep and you're kind of like dreading it because you only got 2 or 3 hours of sleep. You've got to work 8 or 9 hours. Just getting in that shower, well, it'll at least help you. It'll help you. Now, of course, a good night's sleep is everything. A good night's sleep is crucial. But y'all know, we don't always do that. We don't always do that. But at least try to get you 6 hours or so. If you can't get 8, 9, at least try to get you like 6 at least. I remember I used to go to work, go out, get about 3 or 4 hours of sleep and get up and go to work again. All the times. But you shouldn't do that. People shouldn't do that. And they shouldn't do it regularly or consistently on a consistent basis. You shouldn't do that. But like Annie said, a good shower gets you ready for work. Even in your mind, even though in your mind you may not want to go, at least that shower gets you physically ready to go to work, right? Oh, Florida. Oh, got you. DM says, oh, Florida, damn. Yes, America's Australia. America's Australia. I've heard that before, Dim. I've heard that Florida is America's Australia. Stefan says that Florida heat is something. It is. Everything about Florida is brutal, including the heat. It is, y'all, but it's a fun place to be. It's a fun place to go, right? It's so funny how you got to look at the flip side. It's a fun place. Florida can be a fun place. Probably not as much for the locals. You know, even when you live in a place where you get a lot of tourists and you get a lot of people that come there to vacation, it's just the norm for the local people, right? It's just the norm for them. It's just the norm for them. But what's going on, girl dad? Girl dad says good evening. Airlines Pride and everyone in the chat. How you and little lady doing, girl dad? Thank you for coming into the chat. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just shooting the breeze. We're just shooting the breeze. And thank you guys to everybody who gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you haven't thumbs up the live, just double tap the screen if you're on your phone. If you're on another device, hit those three dots at the top right. Don't leave. Don't leave. Then run back in here. Run back in here. See, I don't stress the likes because sometimes when you talk about the likes, people leave. They leave. I just appreciate the support that I get. If you're in this chat, that's support. Even if you haven't given me a thumbs up. Because sometimes people just don't think about it. Sometimes people just don't think about it. So if you give me a thumbs up, I appreciate you. It motivates us as content creators. So thank you if you have done so. If you don't mind, do so. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. That's cool. Because guess what? Even if you're in this chat and you haven't given me a thumbs up, you're in this chat, you're leaving comments, you're interacting, right? And that's how we support. You can like, you get that thumbs up, you can comment, okay? You can subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You can tap that notification bell. I call it my YouTube doorbell, so that every time I go live or upload a short, you'll be notified, right? There are so many ways to support other than the thumbs up. So I don't like to fuss about the thumbs up because it does tend to run people off. It tends to run people off. So when I mention it, I won't fuss about it. I just ask for it, tell you that it motivates us, and we keep it moving. Because again, we can support in all those other ways that I just mentioned. Engaging in the chat, liking, subscribing. You know, you don't always have to do the like or the thumbs up. Just engage. Even if you don't do anything but watch for a few seconds, for 30 seconds to a minute or so, that helps. It all helps. So I'm not going to fuss about anybody that doesn't thumbs the live up. And I always say that because I see that a lot. I see that a lot. I'm just glad that you're here and that you're engaging and that hopefully you're being positive, okay? Dim says, good evening, sir. Good evening, girl dad. What time is it over there? Uh-oh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. Dim says, good evening. He says, uh-oh, I almost did something wrong. It's 8:11 Eastern time. 8:11 Eastern time. Goober says it's 5:10 for him. Dim, most people sub even if they don't like, which means you'll get likes the more like. Yep. I subscribe to people even if I don't like the content that they produce. If I like them, I subscribe to them. Now, a lot of people may say that doesn't make sense. I've been in chats before, or I happen to be on the streaming when you're on the streaming table, and I'll see someone, and they'll be talking about something. If I stop and pause for a few seconds, I might not be into what they're talking about, but if there's something about their personality that I like, I'll subscribe to them. And as long as what they're talking about isn't, trashy or dirty or mean or something, or I'll give it a thumbs up. They might be talking about something I have no interest in at all. But sometimes a person's personality flows through. Whatever the content is, the personality flows through. And you kind of have, a likeness for them. Girl that says, we're doing good. Thanks, Lunch Pride, and hope all is well with you, Queen. And hello, Dim. Yes, everything's good, girl dad. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Dim says, Leos are very good with social negotiations for business. Managing their pride is a social matter. Tell them, Dim. Tell them. And that's one reason Leos are so stubborn. And a lot of times it's because we don't like for things not to work. And sometimes, depending on the Leo, but I think, like I say all the time, I think every sign has a little bit of stubbornness. Every sign has a little bit of ambition. Those who are ambitious, every sign has a little bit of, I think every sign, I know, because we're people, right? We're all human. Every sign has a little bit of negativity and a little bit of positivity. But things about Leos is, I saw the meme the other day that says, I'm not a bitch, I'm a Leo. Okay, and that's true. I own the Leo traits. I own the Leo traits. At times we can be bitchy, but it's just being a Leo. But what I will tell you is that we're definitely loyal. We are definitely loyal until the loyalty is taken away from us, right? We're definitely loyal until you're no longer loyal to us. We're loyal to a fault until you're no longer loyal to us. And even when you betray or turn on us, there are still some things that we will not break. Okay? There are still some things that we will not break. But so, and I know we have some ways. That's why I say a lot of Virgos we kind of relate to, because I hear people call Virgos crazy a lot, and I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with a little crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with a little crazy, because Leos are a little crazy. Now they say that Leos are arrogant. Some are very arrogant. I'm arrogant when it comes to certain things. Okay, it's really, really personal. But just arrogance in general, no. Arrogant in general, no. But I do speak my mind. And Leos will speak their minds. And I will let you know what's cool and what's not. Okay, I will let you know what's cool and what's not. And I have learned, this app has taught me a little bit of patience when it comes to that. Okay, it's taught me to sometimes hold my tongue, sometimes not be so, I'm going to be honest, but sometimes you don't have to have such brutality in your honesty, right? Sometimes you don't have to have a lot of brutality in your honesty. But when I say brutally honest, I mean I'm going to just be flat, blunt, straight to the point. All right? All right, and sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes people don't like that. Goober says, I'm heading out. Nice chatting with you. All right, Goober, thank you for coming in. If you didn't subscribe, Goober, I hope that you will, because you brought a lot of insight. And I love the kids. I love I love those with a young mind and a young mindset. Because guess what? Young people are some of the wisest people you'll run into. A lot of people are very wise for their age, whatever it is. I'm talking about youth. They're very wise. A lot of them have been through a lot. Okay? A lot of them have been through more than some adults have been through. So whenever the young people come through, like I said, I did a lot of gaming. Actually, my nephew did a lot of gaming on here. So when you're young, come through. I appreciate you. Okay? I really appreciate you. Come through, share some of your knowledge, share some of the things that you're going through. You don't have to give these specific details, but hopefully somebody here that's a little bit wiser, hopefully, can help you through some of the things that you might be going through. And again, you guys are wise. You guys are wise. Goober, Dim, you guys are wise. So you can help us get through some of the things that the adults kind of backslide on, you know? Sometimes we don't act as mature as we should act. Sometimes you younger people have to keep us in check, right? Sometimes the youth have to keep us in check. So I appreciate you. Dim says, good night, Goober. He says, Goobs. Dim says, subbing, even if you don't like their content, makes sense from an energy standpoint. Right. It's still support, and it has a boomerang effect through some manner. Exactly. Exactly, Dim. I couldn't have put that any better, because that's exactly what I mean. Look at Stefan talking about crazy. Who are you talking about crazy, Stefan? The Leos? Dim says Leos are stubborn because they're a fixed sign. Yes, very stubborn, Dim. And see, and a lot of times people don't like to acknowledge their flaws. I say that all the time. Being stubborn can be a good thing. It can be useful. It can be useful. But it depends on how stubborn and how often. And I'm stubborn a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. We have to acknowledge our flaws. As people, we have to learn how to acknowledge our flaws. That's the only way we're going to get better, right? That's the only way we're going to work on them and get better. Now, some people are just fine with their flaws, right? They don't want any changes. Stefan says every sign is crazy as hell. True, Stefan, true. Then says, yes, very loyal. Scorpios are the same way. Yes. When it's done, it's done. 99. Yep. Scorpios are the same way. They are. I have some siblings that are Scorpios. They are the same way. Okay? When we're done, we're done. We may be Leos. As far as Leos, we're very stubborn. We can be very stubborn. We can be mean. And we can be easily angered. But on the flip side of that, we love hard and we love who we love. And we're very loyal to you. Just because we're angry at you doesn't mean we're going to flip on you and spill all the beans. Our buttons have to be pushed before that happens. Okay? Our buttons have to be pushed before that happens. And so being a Leo, I love being a Leo. I love my sign. I love it. I love that fire sign. Okay? the sun and the moon. I love that. I love it. And like Dim said, Leos are a fixed sign. So that's where that stubbornness comes from. I'm not into astrology a lot, but I do know that some of the things I've learned and some of the traits and characteristics do apply. Do they apply to all Leos? No. But sometimes they apply to people and they really don't know because they're just not into that, you know? They're just not into trying to find out. They are who they are. They look at it that way. They are who they are. Jim says, I know, right, Stephon? Virgos are more neurotic than crazy, in my opinion. That is true. I can see where you would feel that way, Jim. That is true. That's definitely true. I've seen a lot of neurotic Virgos. Compassionate honesty is most productive than compassionate honesty. That is true. That is true. Brutal honesty. You gotta calibrate the fact. Sounds like you figured that out. Yes, you do. And that's why I was saying I work on myself. I feel like we all are still works in progress from the time that we come into this earth until the time that we leave. You know, no one's perfect. And so that's why we're works in progress. Constantly, hopefully getting better. Sometimes we go a little bit backwards and we have to pull ourselves back. You know, when we're walking forward, moving these feet forward, sometimes we take a couple of steps backwards, right? And then we got to go forward again. Okay, sometimes we backslide, backstep, we go backwards, and then we got to get it back together. So that's exactly right, Dim. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Compassionate honesty is more productive than brutal honesty. Because with brutal honesty, sometimes you do get into a situation where you sound too brutal. You sound too brutal. You know, sometimes you get into that situation where you sound too brutal. And then things don't work out the way that you want them to. Annie says, I agree, Stephon. All signs have a little crazy in them. Yes. Dim says, yes, definitely. That is so true, Annie. I feel like, you know, for every sign, if we went from Capricorn down to Sagittarius, right? And we look at all the traits and characteristics of each sign, you're going to find those traits and characteristics in all of the signs. It's just that you're going to find it a little bit more in some than others. And then you're going to always have like those few exceptions. Like I heard Capricorns are very, very driven as well. And that they're about success. They're about making money. They're about being productive. That's what I hear about Capricorns. I don't know. I know a couple and that seems to be true. But at the same time, you're going to always have that one or two that's the total opposite of the characteristics that you hear. You know, you're going to have that one or two who they don't want to do any work. They don't want to do. So it's like if we look from Capricorn, I'll say Capricorn because I think that's what January starts with. From December to January, all the way down through Sagittarius in December. Every sign, looking at their traits and characteristics, you could be like, yeah, I can see that. But then there's always going to be some exceptions to the rule. There's always going to be some exceptions to the rule. You might find a person who says that they're a Taurus, and they act more like a Cancer. You might find someone who is a Pisces, and they tend to act more like a Sagittarius. So there are exceptions to the rule. Dim says, often people are stuck on the delivery rather than the message. Yes, if you don't work on your, on tact. Tact. Yes, tact is a very important four-letter word. Tact is a very important four-letter word. And you guys know that I always preach about self. S-E-L-F, another very important word. We have to make sure that we have self-love, self-conditioning, self-confidence, self-control. But we also have to work on ourselves constantly. Sometimes more so than others. Sometimes we give working on self a break. And then when something happens, we're like, you know what? I need to get back to work. I need to get back to work. Liam says 100, that's the point of the whole chart. Yep. Other aspects can negate, yes, stereotypes and uplift others. Yes, exactly. Y'all, this has been such a lively live, if that makes sense. Such a productive live. This is what I want to get back to. This is what I've been used to. People who've never come into my chat before coming in and carrying the chat in a delightful, positive way, no matter their age. That's why I try not to do a lot of cursing. But as we know, teenagers curse, right? Kids curse. So sometimes we let the D word fly, the S word fly. Hey, they say sometimes you gotta curse. Sometimes you gotta curse. They say cursing can be a sign of intelligence. All right, in the right way, in the right way. Now, if you're just running around cursing people out, you don't sound intelligent at all. Okay, you don't sound intelligent at all. You sound wild and crazy. But cursing can be productive in the right situation, right? Annie says yes. Dill says I'll definitely be back. Sorry for yapping so much. Everyone else laugh out loud. Dim, that is okay. That's quite okay. I appreciate you. I thank you for coming in. And as always, as I'm about to get out of here, guys, don't let bothered people bother you. Okay? Don't let bothered people bother you. They will call you bothered. They will call you miserable. But their actions and their words and the things that they're doing will speak the truth about who's really miserable, right? So don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Don't let stressed people stress you out. And if you find yourself in somebody's misery lounge, misery place, misery spot, grab your grip, meaning your things, even if your things are just you and your mind, okay? Grab those things and get out of there. Get out of there. Because we all have a lounge. We all have a spot. We all have a place that we can go and be happy, right? Because people who are in those misery lounges, in those misery spots, in those misery places, they may not be miserable, but they just might enjoy making other people miserable, right? So you want to get out of there. You want to feel as happy as you can. And even when you're not always happy yourself in your spot, you don't have to deal with the shenanigans of others, okay? Because if you already got stuff going on, you don't have time to deal with everybody else's BS, right? So thank you, Stefan. This really has been a great live, and I appreciate you guys. Dim says, cursing in the right way, coming back down to tact. Exactly. Tact, time, and place. Exactly, Dim. Exactly. The people say, oh, you got some people who curse like sailors, and they're like, they curse worse than sailors and worse than soldiers. I'm like, nah, that's not productive. That's not productive. Cursing in the right way, in the right time, in the right place can be very productive. Can show a degree of intellect. It can. Okay? So don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Right? And don't spend too much time in anybody's misery lounge. Don't. Go back to your happy place where you might not be happy all the time, but you can control the environment. Okay? You can keep equilibrium in your ecosystem. Think of your happy place as your ecosystem, right? And you control the environment, right? And you want all things as equal as possible. And when things get a little out of whack, you deal with them. So you don't want to do that anywhere else, right? You don't want to have to do that anywhere else. You don't. So again, I thank each and every one of you guys. You guys be safe, okay? Be safe. Hope that you and your families are safe. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next Let's Walk and Talk Live in Lions Pride. If I don't see you tomorrow, I plan to see you Thursday. See how the Labor Day throws you off track? Maybe you have to think about it. Maybe you have to think about it. It made me have to think about it. Yes, Annie, yes. Dim says, thank you, Lions Pride, great hosting and great wisdom. Thank you for sharing your mind. Thank you as well, Dim, for sharing your mind and sharing everything that you shared with us tonight, because you were very insightful and very knowledgeable. I appreciate that. I love it when people bring insight into the chat. Yes, we want to have fun, and that's what we did over here. We had fun, we had laughs, but we were also, everything that we talked about, it was very, very intellectual, and it was very knowledgeable. A lot of the things that we talked about tonight were things that we know, but we sometimes have to be reminded of, right? And sometimes, some of it we don't know, or we've forgotten it. Like we've gotten away from it. I'll say it that way. We've gotten away from it. So I thank you, Dim. I thank Goobers for coming through. I thank everybody new. And of course, I thank each and every one of my old subscribers, such as Annie and Stefan, Chef Finest Wine, all of you guys for coming through. I appreciate you much more than you ever know. These are the lives that I'm used to and I want to get back to, okay? So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. And bye, y'all.